Hello everyone, ARG back with some more Franchise Hockey Manager 8, and today in the world of alternate universe, future NHL hockey for the Ottawa Senators, we are going to be playing the short month of October 2023 and see if we can get off to a great start into our new season. It looks like the month of October is going to be home heavy. Hopefully we can get a good start here. I'm expecting this to be a somewhat shorter stream slash video, which means that every time that I say that, it ends up being pretty much an hour anyway, but we'll see. Alright, so obviously we have not played yet. A couple teams have played, so there's some points on the board already. But yeah. Alright, so we are going to be facing off against the Leafs to open up this season. We are at home. Toronto's going to be here. They are 1-0 this season. They won their first game of the season 4-2 against the Habs. Let's take a look at the Leafs lineup. So Mitch Marner not going to play. We saw that he got bruised and injury. So no Mitch Marner for the Leafs for that game. Alright, so they have Kallgren and Ian Scott in net. Probably not the best duo of goaltenders you can find. Jake Muzzin, Morgan Riley, Rindell, Brody, Nimala, Don, Mikola, and Dusak on D. And then up front they have Kerfoot, Kubalik, Nylander, Gogolev, Robertson, Voigt, Tavares, Abramov, Kampf, Matthews, Steves, Mettinen, and Lodnia. Alright, let's see if we can beat the Leafs. I know a couple Sens fans who would really like that outcome. Let's take a look at our lines. Let's see what Coach DJ Smith is going to be sending. Alright, so first line is going to be Josh Norris with Patrick Kane and Tkachuk. Hey, FJ. Second line is going to be Mason Chose. Who's been pretty good for me last year. He was almost a point per game. With Drake Batterson and Tim Stützle, pretty solid second line. Third line is going to be Shane Pinto with Igor Sokolov and Nino Niederreiter. Again, not a bad third line. And our fourth line is going to be Angus Cruikshank with Slavkovsky, our new rookie. And then Alex Formenton is going to be playing on the line as well. Oh yeah? Did you send me something and I missed it? I didn't quite check on Discord before I fired this up. And on D, we're going to have Shabbat playing with Dougie Hamilton, Eric Brandstrom playing with Neil Pionk, and Artem Zub playing with Lassie Thompson. So we have 4 right-handed defensemen playing. So I do think that we have a pretty solid team. Alright, so Eric Kallgren is going to be in net for Toronto. We're going to go with Matt Murray, and of course, go Sens, go! Happy new season, everybody! Bring it on! And we won our first game of the season, 4-1. Ooh, in 5. Did you send me that info? Or were you about to? Alright, so a 4-1 win on home ice to get the season started against the Leafs. That's going to make a lot of Sens fans happy across the land. Alright, I'll check it out after the stream. Sorry, I did miss that. I was working and I was learning new things, right? So they have assigned me new stuff to do, so I was kind of busy and stuff. Alright, so we outshot Toronto 38-34. Patrick Kane in his season debut with the Sens, or team debut with the Sens even, was the first star with a goal and 2 assists. Matt Murray was the second star with 33 saves, and Eric Brandstrom was the third star with 2 goals and an assist. Oh, so you have 3 more years to get it done, huh? Alright, it was a sellout crowd in Ottawa. Alright, so Patrick Kane, well, you have a couple rich teams that start with a lot of talent in that particular division, in that particular junction of baseball history. Right, so Patrick Kane opened up the scoring in the first from Josh Norris and Eric Brandstrom. Then Eric Brandstrom from Nino Niederreiter and Patrick Kane. It was 2-0 Ottawa after 1. Then in the second period, Toronto scored. And then in the third, Eric Brandstrom scored his second goal of the game on the power play from Patrick Kane. And then Mason Shaw completed the score in an empty net from Artem Zub and Nino Niederreiter. It was a 4-1 victory. Pretty good game. Pretty good game indeed to start our new season. Alright, so Boston has put William Carrier on waivers, probably because he doesn't even know how to handle a barbecue. So there you go. Alex Ovechkin extends his goal streak to 5 games with a goal against the Rangers. Great night for Mika Zibanejad. He had 4 goals against Washington in an 11-5 game. Whoa. Prolific passing night for Artemi Panarin. He had 4 assists in that same game. And Jacob McDonald's suspension is over in Vancouver, back in the lineup over there. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, so we have a day off and then we're going to be hosting the Dallas Stars. So what's a good addition you made to your team that I don't know about? I know about Carlos Beltran. I know about Pedro. Well, you didn't add Pedro Martinez. I saw that Brad Fulmer played a lot better than he did in real life for you. Alright, so Noah Gregor, Felix Sandstrom, Declan Chisholm, Nate Schmidt, and Adam Laurie are all on waivers. Alex DeBrincat extends his point streak to 17 games, dating back to last year. He had 2 assists against the Flames. Roby Yarventy extends his goal streak to 5 games. He had a goal against the Manitoba Moose. There's been a trade between Philadelphia and Winnipeg. Cam Atkinson. Ooh. Cam Atkinson goes to Winnipeg for Arvid Holm, the goaltender. Yeah, Scott Strickland did close games for the Expos back in the day. Trade between Winnipeg and Boston. Dylan DeMello goes to the Bruins for a 5th-round draft pick. So the Sens originally, in real life, traded Dylan DeMello to the Jets for a 3rd-round draft pick. And we drafted goaltender Levi Meralainen with the pick. And now he's traded for a worse pick. Oh, yeah, he's kind of fading a little, Dylan. Alright, we saw that. Then there's been a trade between the Flyers and Buffalo. So Tucker Pullman goes to the Sabres for a 4th-round draft pick. And then another waiver that we saw. Gotcha. Do you have any money to do anything? I would think not. Alright, so Dallas is in town. They are 1-0 this season, just like us. Let's take a look at their lineup, see what we're going to be facing today. Well, there is one injury. Alex Cotton is hurt, not going to play. In net, it's Braden Oldby and Anton Khudobin. On D, they have Ryan Suter, Esa Lindell, Hampus Lindholm, Miro Eskinen, Feist, Klingberg, Cotton. So that's a pretty decent D overall. Ben Ince, Robertson, Seguin, Lawton, Spooner, Bach, Bluger, Damiani, Nash, Blackwell, Stankoven, Gauthier, and Gurianov up front. Not a whole lot. Alright, so the Stars in town. Let's see if we can beat them. Anton Khudobin is going to be in net for Dallas. Philip Gustafsson is going to be in net for the Sens. And of course, go Sens, go! Another win, a 5-3 win over the Stars here, gives us a perfect start, 2-0. We outshot Dallas 36-31. Alex Formenton was the first star of the game. He had 2 assists. Tyler Seguin was the second star with 2 assists. And Mason Shaw was the 3rd star with 2 goals and an assist. 16,652 people in attendance for this game. Oops. Well, it was a doable challenge. You made it to the World Series, right? So I didn't give you something that was completely impossible. I just gave you something that I perceived as being challenging. Tim Stützle opened up the scoring in this game on the power play from Mason Shaw and Thomas Chabot. Then Mason Shaw scored on the power play from Tim Stützle and Patrick Kane. Then the Stars scored. It was 2-1 Sens after one. In the second period, Angus Cruikshank scored his first NHL goal from Dougie Hamilton and Alex Formenton. Then Juraj Slavkovsky also scored his first NHL goal from Artem Zub and Alex Formenton. It was 4-1 Sens after two. Then in the third period, Dallas came to within two, and then Mason Shaw scored from Tim Stützle and Lassie Thompson. It was 5-2. Dallas added one more goal, but they just couldn't close the gap enough, and we won this game 5-3. Yeah, you might be right. Jeff Skinner has reached 600 points in his career with an assist against Montreal. Jeff Skinner is 31 and he is a 3-star player. Suspension for Quentin Musty in Vancouver. He's going to miss 3 games. Dynamic passing leads to productive night for Nathan McKinnon. He had 4 assists against the Rangers. Alex DeBrincat extends his point streak to 18 games with 2 goals against the Oilers. Senna Peters improves at right wing. Alright, that's cool. Roby Yarventi extends his goal streak to 6 games with a goal against the Ontario Reign. And Noah Gregor was picked off waivers from San Jose to Washington. Yeah, they're probably going to be asking for the pretty dollars. Alright, we have a couple days off and then we're going to be facing the Seattle Kraken. Alright, no news today. Oh, Nico Mikola has been put on waivers by the Leafs. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, you didn't need that. Guerrero is a powerhouse. Alright, so Seattle is in town. Seattle is 1-2 this season. I'm going to take a look at their lineup. And so they do have an injury. It is Nick Jensen. So your cousin is hurt. Not going to play. Philip Grubauer and Joey Decord are in net for Seattle. On D, they have Giordano, Lauzon, Lindgren, Malindic, Larson, Jensen, Foot. Up front, they have Schwartz, McCann, Nolan, Foot. So they have both foot. They have both feet. Wait, if both foots are on the same team, do we call them feet? That's a very interesting question. Brennan Burke, O'Connor, Gord, Frost, Thomas, Enman, Eberle, Leonard, Drosk, Angelo, and Kemmel up front. Yeah, Joachim Kemmel is a 5-star player. Looks like he's gonna be a stud. Alright, let's see if we can beat them. Let's beat the Kraken. Philip Grubauer is going to be in net for Seattle. Matt Murray in net for the Sens. And of course, let's make it a perfect start to the season. And a very heartfelt go Sens, go! Oh, 3-0 win. Matt Murray with the shutout here against the Kraken. Oh, we outshot Seattle 47-14. Complete domination here. Patty Kane was the first star of the game. He had a goal and 2 assists. Lassie Thompson was the second star with a goal. And Dougie Hamilton was the third star with an assist. 15,596 people in attendance for the game. Patrick Kane opened up the scoring in the first from Josh Norris and Dougie Hamilton. It was 1-0 Ottawa after 1. Then in the second period, Lassie Thompson scored from Patrick Kane and Shane Pinto. It was 2-0 Ottawa. Then in the third period, Eric Brandstrom scored from Patrick Kane and Neil Pionk. 3-0 the final score. Tom Wilson is suspended. He's going to miss 5 games. Alex DeBrincat's point streak ended at 18 games. He was held scoreless against St. Louis. So the story of Pedro with the Expos is that he was dominant, but he was getting the worst run support in the entire MLB. So he would lose games and have an ERA of like 2.08 or whatever. You know, he was really good. No run support. Alright, we have a couple of days off, and then the Lightning is going to be in town. Ooh, Philadelphia's trying to get rid of Ivan Provorov. Provorov on the block. Yeah, Pedro was really good. Oh, TJ Oshie is hurt in Washington. He's going to miss 4 months with a fractured knee. And then Jake Evans, who was picked up on waivers by Carolina, is suspended. He's going to miss 2 games. And it looks like we have Maxence Guénette that's hurt in Belleville. Alright, Tampa is in town. They are 1-1 this season. Let's take a look, see how much Tampa Bay has changed. So they picked up the contract of Shea Weber. So he's, you know, over there not doing anything. Alright, so in net, Tampa Bay has Vasilevsky and Kakkonen. On D, they have Edmund, McDonough, Day, Thompson, Radish, Cernak, Sergachev. Up front, it's Killorn, Joseph, Ryfors, Sumpy, Kachuk, Godet, Point, Feldhaber, Cyril Morin, Dvorsky, Stamkos, Kucherov, and Radish. Oh, that's pretty impressive. Alright, can we make it 4-0 by playing the Tampa Bay Lightning? Andrei Vasilevsky is going to be in net for Tampa Bay. Matt Murray in net back for us, of course. He got a shutout in his last game. Go, Sens, go! Oh, we got shut out 3-0. Alright, so the Lightning brought us back on Earth. We were outshot 33-32. Vasilevsky was the first out of the game. He had 32 saves, the shutout, and the W. Kucherov was the second star with a goal and an assist, and Ryan McDonough was the third star with an assist. 16,232 people in attendance for this game. Nobody scored in the first. Then in the second period, Tampa Bay scored, made it 1-0, and then they scored 2 more goals in the third period. Nobody fought. That's the end of this report for this game. Let's move on. And Thomas Chabot is hurt. Yeah, that would be pretty up there, unless some other teams made some trades that top that. Alright, so Thomas Chabot is hurt. We're going to need to look at that. That makes me unhappy. Oh, he's day-to-day. We're good. Alright, he has a twisted ankle. He's going to miss 8 days. Steven Stamkos played in his 1000th game against us, and he celebrated that with an assist. Steven Stamkos is 33 years old, and he's still a 4.5-star player. Evander Kane extends his goal streak to 5 games with 2 goals and an assist against Arizona. And in that same game, Clayton Keller had a goal and 4 assists for Arizona. Alright, so right after the loss, we took the plane and went to Pittsburgh to face off against the Pens. Pens are 2-0-1. That is good for 5th in the East. And Pittsburgh is healthy, but only carrying 21 players. Right, so on in net they have Tristan Jarry and Alex Dorio. On D they have Dumoulin, Joseph Langlois, Letang, D'Angelo, Marino, and McCleary. And up front they have Johansson, Ashton, Rees, Zucker, Gonzo, Carter, Crosby, Malkin, Legary, McGinn, Ross, Kapanen, and Poulin. Alright, let's see if we can beat the Pens. Philip Gustafsson is going to be in net for the Sens. Tristan Jarry is going to be in net for Pittsburgh. And of course, go Sens, go. We won 4-1, first road game of the season. And it is a 4-1 victory. Pretty convincing win. We were outshot 42-39 in this game. Shane Pinto was the first star of the game. He had 2 assists. Philip Gustafsson was the second star with 41 saves. And Igor Sokolov was the third star with a goal and an assist. Pittsburgh scored first, then we scored twice. Igor Sokolov from Mason Shaw and Shane Pinto, then Nino Niederreiter from Igor Sokolov and Neil Pionk. 2-1 Ottawa after 1. In the second period, Patrick Kane scored on the power play. That was an unassisted goal. It was 3-1 Ottawa after 2. And we added 1 more goal in the third. Drake Batterson from Neil Pionk and Shane Pinto. 4-1 the final score. Lassie Thompson got a boarding major. Hopefully he didn't get suspended. Craig Wilson at third base. He didn't play a lot of third base as I remember. Craig Wilson played mostly first base and the outfield in real life. I mean, if he's competent in the game to play him at third, go ahead and do that. Uh-oh, that's not good. Alright, so Lassie Thompson got suspended for 1 game. Patrick Nemeth is hurt for 5 months in Philadelphia. That happened against the Rangers. He has a ruptured Achilles. Mika Zibanejad extends his goal streak to 5 games with 2 goals against the Flyers. And Quentin Musty is back from suspension in Vancouver. That's cool. I'm just saying, in real life, he was he mostly played first base and corner outfielders, as I remember it. Now, my memory might be fuzzy. Maybe I got it wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure if you go check his real life stats, it's gonna show that he's played quite a bit of what I said. Alright, so now what do I do? Alright, I'm going to advance 1 day. I'm going to hope that Shabbat is able to play the next game. Tyler Cleven improves at right defense. Alright, that's good. Shabbat won't be able to play easy. No. Alright, so I have to put Shabbat on injured reserve just because of that suspension. Then we're going to look at Belleville and see who it is that we are going to recall. think I'm gonna go with Pavel Mintyukov. He's having a terrific start. Do you still have Darren Fletcher? Do you have Chris Wedger? Who is it that you have? I think it's too early for you to have Brian Schneider. Alright, Boston is in town. Boston is 3-2 this season. They are 5th in the East. We have not played them. Let's take a look at their lineup. Right, so they have Justin Almeida, that's hurt for 2 to 3 months. We will not be facing this guy. Now, Swayman and Ullmark in net for Boston. Akan, Gerzelchuk, Forbort, Berglund, McAvoy, Lyle, Carlo, Falk on D. Up front, they have All, Marchand, Frederick Coyle, Lipanov, Barat, Anderson Dolan, Luosterainen, Pekar, Thompson, Harrison, Pasternak, and Fisher. Now, of course, Petrus Bergeron retired at the end of last season. Yeah, Chris Wedger wasn't that great of a catcher. Darren Fletcher was good defensively. And then Brian Schneider should be okay if you have him in the system. I don't know when he was drafted, so I don't know if you have him or not. Alright, let's play Boston. Jeremy Swayman is going to be in net for Boston. Philip Gustafsson in net for the Sens. Go, Sens, go! And we lost 3-2 in overtime / shootout. Alright, so we outshot Boston 47-20, and we managed to lose 3-2 in the shootout or overtime. Gerzelchuk, it was the first star of the game. He had an assist. Patrick Kane was the second star with a goal and an assist, and Swayman was the third star with 45 saves. 15,906 people in attendance for this game. Boston opened up the scoring in the first period. It was 1-0 Boston after 1. Then Patrick Kane tied the game in the second period from Nino Niederreiter, and Pavel Mintyukov, that I just recalled, got his first NHL point in his first game. Then Boston scored again. It was 2-1 Boston after 2. In the third period, Eric Brandstrom scored from Patrick Kane and Dougie Hamilton. It was tied at 2. That went into overtime. Nobody scored. That went to the shootout, where Pasternak scored, Mason Shaw scored, and then Brett Harrison ended it with a goal of his own. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Pudge Rodriguez was quite the catcher. Right, Lassie Thompson is back from suspension. Jake Evans is back from suspension in Carolina. Mika Zibanejad extends his goal streak to 6 games with 2 goals and an assist against Montreal. Suspension over for Michael Pezzetta in Montreal, back in the lineup. And Kyle Connor extends his goal streak to 5 games with a goal against Edmonton. Alright, we have a couple of days off, and then we're going to be in Calgary to face off against the Flames. So we are starting a lengthy road trip there. Right. Well, not a whole lot happened here. Alright, so John Ludwig has been put on waivers by the Panthers, and Dylan Ferguson been put on waivers by Vegas. Alright. And then Arizona has put Liam O'Brien on the trading block. Well, welcome to being an Expo fan. Well, I guess you're not a fan, but welcome to that reality. And imagine the Mets are rich as well, they're just not good. Alright, so we are in Calgary to play against the Flames. Flames are 4-2-1 this season. Let's take a look at their lineup. Alright, so Noah Hannifin and Sean Monahan are not going to play, so both of them are out. Now, who will play for Calgary? Jacob Markstrom and Vladar are in net. Braden McNabb, Oliver Shillington, Johansson, Cholowski, Selgren, Salo, and Poirier on D. And Rasmus Anderson. Up front, they have Gaudreau, Pelletier, Coleman, Dubé, Kirkland, Backlund, Lindholm, Ait, Kachuk, Mangiapane, Tulola, Ruzicka, and Duer. Alright, let's beat the Flames. Matt Murray is going to be in net for the Sens. Jacob Markstrom is going to be in net for Calgary. And of course, go Sens, go! Oh, we lost 4-3 in Calgary. Alright. We were outshot 44-41. Andrew Mangiapane was the first star of the game. He had a goal and 2 assists. Nino Niederreiter was the second star with 2 assists. And Selgren was the third star with an assist. I know. If you win, they will come. Alright, so Mason Shaw opened up the scoring in the first period on the power play from Lassie Thompson and Eric Brandstrom. Then Calgary tied the game. It was 1-1 after 1. And in the second period, Calgary scored 3 unanswered goals. They were up 4-1 going into the third. Igor Sokolov scored from Nino Niederreiter and Eric Brandstrom. And then Artem Zub from Shane Pinto and Nino Niederreiter. It was a 4-3 loss in Calgary. Juraj Slavkovsky converts to right wing. And Artem Zub improves to in left defense. Alright, we have a few days off and then we're going to be playing in Edmonton for the last game of the month of October. Mika Zibanejad extends his goal streak to 7 games with a goal against Tampa Bay. Kyle Connor extends his goal streak to 6 games with a goal and 2 assists against Nashville. Connor McDavid extends his goal streak to 5 games with a goal and 2 assists against St. Louis. And it was 8 straight games with an assist for him. And Adam Goddett in Belleville had a great game. He had a hat-trick against the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. You can. Yeah, you are allowed to. If the game allows you to do that, you are allowed to. But I'll have you know that people in Quebec tend to be whiny, so if you put a sign like that, they're going to find a way to make it about them and how they shouldn't feel obligated to go to the games because you are unable to handle the money you are given. Alright, so Shabbat is ready, but I don't think I can take him off the injury list, can I? Oh, I can. Right, now we're going to send down Mintyukov back down. There you go. One more day off, then we're going to be in Edmonton on Halloween night. There's some good people in Quebec, don't get me wrong, but I would admit that we have a tendency to whine a lot. Yannick Kokkonen extends his goal streak to 5 games. He had a goal against the Pittsburgh Penguins. Philip Forsberg extends his goal streak to 5 games with a goal against Chicago. Connor McDavid extends his goal streak to 6 games with 2 goals against the Leafs. And since he didn't get an assist, his assist streak ended at 8 games. All right. Ooh, Edmonton is off to a hot start. They are 7-1 this season. Right, and they have Fraser Minton, that's hurt, not gonna play this game. In net, they have Stuart Skinner and Olivier Rodrigue. Then on D, they have Nurse Clefbaum, Munzenberger, Matichak, Barry, Bouchard, and Wanner. And then up front, they have Nugent, Hopkins, Fogel, Draisaitl, Hyman, Gardner, McDavid, Dvorak, Rasmussen, Kane, Perlini, Puljujärvi, and Lavoie. Are we going to be able to give them their 2nd loss of the season? Matt Murray is going to be in net in Edmonton. Olivier Rodrigue in net for the Oilers. Go Suns, go! Ooh, we lost 6-4. We outshot Edmonton 46-40. Connor McDavid was the first star of the game. He had a goal and 3 assists. Josh Norris was the 2nd star with 2 goals. And Leon Draisaitl was the 3rd star with 2 goals as well. Josh Norris opened up the scoring in the first from Patrick Kane and Brady Tkachuk. Then Edmonton tied the game. It was tied at 1 after 1. Then in the second period, Edmonton scored twice. Then we tied the game. Josh Norris from Juraj Slavkovsky and Dougie Hamilton. Then Tim Stützle scored on a power play from Thomas Chabot and Mason Shaw. Tied at 3 after 2. In the third period, Edmonton scored again. Then we tied the game again. Lassie Thompson scored on the power play from Juraj Slavkovsky. It was tied at 4, but then Edmonton added 2 more goals, including 1 in an empty net, and we lost this game 6-4. Connor McDavid extends his goal streak to 7 games against us with his goal, and Parker Kelly improves at center. That, assuming that day takes forever. Alright, so Max Gilden has been put on waivers by Florida. Top selling Ottawa Senators jerseys for October: Patrick Kane, Drake Batterson, Thomas Chabot, Matt Murray, and Tim Stützle. Right, development report, let's take a look at that. Patrick Kane lost some acceleration. Top selling NHL jerseys for October: Capo Kakkonen in Tampa Bay is first. Well, my. The month's best is, so the players of the month are Mika Zibanejad and Jeremy Swayman. Alright. We're going to go ahead and check where we're at. So we're 6th in the East. We have a decent 4-3-1 record. I guess that's not that decent. But we're 4-3-1. So we are 6th in the East. Montreal's 15th. Oof. Ooh, yeah, that... Something similar happened to me in my expose save. Ivan Calderon did that, and then he signed with the Mets, like in the same division. I'm like, mother fudge stickler. Why did you do this to me? What did I ever do to you? Ooh, the worst team in the league is Washington. You would not expect that. Washington is the worst team in the league in my universe right now. Alright, let's take a look at our stats. Alright, so Patrick Kane came in as advertised, 11 points in 8 games. And then we have Brandstrom and Mason Shaw with 7 points in 8 games each. Then it goes down from there. Now, something that's very disappointing, Batterson and Kachuk both have only 1 point on the season so far. That's really not good enough. I need for those guys to produce more if I want to win more consistently. All right, let's take a look in the league. Right, that's probably what's going to happen. All right, Mika Zibanejad is the best goal scorer after the month of October. He has 13 goals. That's pretty impressive. Best passer is Connor McDavid. He has 17 assists. Connor McDavid is also the best scorer, 27 points. All right. Goalie leaders, probably not going to see much of anything in there for us. Nope, not ready. Right, so that's pretty much where we're at here after the month of October. Of course, next time is going to be the month of November. That's going to be a lot busier month than this one has been. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and sign off here a little early today, so I'm going to go ahead and thank you all for tuning in today. And of course, if you're catching this on YouTube later, you like the video, you like where we're standing in the standings so far, you think I can do better or something, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until I roll this game again, I'll see you folks next time. Thank you.